So in few years they will go to the heaven. So it's better to be ready for that. They have clothes, they have even coffins. So they
in
have.
our country is the same as well. Not in the big cities, but like
Yes, villages.
Yeah, like in the small villages.
Yeah, and I really like how in villages cemetery it's already grandfather died and his grave, and close to him like a.
It's like a family tomb.
Oh yeah. But still, it's really nice. And probably you already read what is written there. But still, I need to ask you, what do you think? For what monks use that basement underground? For what reason?
Vanessa.
Which kind of monks who use
So Jesuits. For
Oh.
what? For what reason needs Jesuits use it?
Protection?
No.
I think bem sharpening moves. Sharpening.
Isto é muito giro. Bem, isto é um mundo.
Be careful.
Ok. Low ceiling.
So, this room tells us Lviv history, and over there it's a model of Lviv of 14th century. Here we have high castle, here with a castle in it. But now, if you want to visit it, you should be ready, no castle.
No castle anymore.
So it's just a good point of view on Lviv and nothing more, and nice park. But before it was a castle. And city was founded here, close to castle, by our king Daniel, or Daniel, and it was named after his eldest son Lev.
Hmm.
But then in 14th century, city center was moved here. If we had high castle, we had low castle. It was here. So where we are now, it's
Okay.
like 50 meters from the city, from a river.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see already a river in our
No.
city?
No.
And
No.
you can't, because it's covered.
It's
and
underground?
underground.
Wow.
So I will show you where a river is, but you can't see it. It's underground special collector, and I will show you how it's look. Oh, sorry. Some diggers, of course, they like to visit it, but it's not so nice, It's not something that you will.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Okay.
So it's underground collector, it's our river, but in 19th century, before they covered it, it was looking like that. Really, really beautiful.
Why did they cover it?
Because they wanted to develop city.
Oh, okay.
They said it's really small,
Mhm.
nothing special, and people during century threw
Through
everything
everything. Okay.
to that river. So, and why that area was really popular, why it was developed, and why Lviv was founded exactly on that place. So Lviv is here, Halych, former capital of Galicia, in there. Kyiv is here, and Kyiv was staying on strategical trade route from Scandinavian country to Greece, that time Byzantine Empire, Constantinople. Kyiv was controlling taxes, protected this trade way from different tribes that live here on that area. But in 1240, Kyiv was totally destroyed by Mongols, and all tradeways moved to that area, close to Carpathian Mountains, Via Regia, Royal Tradeway. And for that moment, Lviv was developed as a city. Lviv became really popular and strategical. At that time, every merchant who passed Lviv should stay there for 14 days and sell their goods, as they understood a lot of goods were staying here. That's why Lviv was wealthy city, rich city, multicultural city, and it was developed. And how it was looking in 15th century, I will show you in different area. But you see, over there, even to Portugal. So we are in connection, but in different, ways.
Yeah.
So let's go there. I will show you.
I'm so sorry. Sorry to keep you waiting.
No. Typical German city. Gothic architecture.
Yeah.
Lviv was like that. It was surrounded with city walls, 3 lines of protection. It was just 2 ways to go inside Lviv. From that time, it was from that part it was Krakow Gate, way to Krakow. Here you could find even now Krakivska Street. In the end of Krakivska Street was Krakiv Gate. From that time it was Halych Gate, Halych Suburban, and Halicka Street. Our quadrant square, Rynok, and town hall, Ratusha in Ukrainian. So, you know it's a city hall. But you know why we call our Rynok square Rynok? So, it's from German Ring, surround, around town hall, Ratusha. At that time we already had a quarter. From that time apart it was Jewish quarter, Jewish, a rich Jewish community lived there. Poor Jewish community lived there with German community and Armenian quarter.
Ai, olha-me o tamanho deste mapa. Uau. Uau.
Why was the castle destroyed?
It was unuseful at that time, and when Ukrainian Cossacks, you will see in Kyiv, Bogdan Khmelnytsky monument on the horse, he was Ukrainian Cossack leader, Hetman. He was fighting for Ukrainian independence on the mid of 17th century with Turkish army in Lviv.
E vamos nós. Pelas catacumbas. Ok, mais um túnel. Ui, já me ia matando.
Mind your head.
Yeah. And your backpack. I think if Paula with backpack is
Opa!
because it's all the grandparents. So do you remember that arch entrance to Lviv house of 14th century? So before that church was built here in 17th century, we had different buildings here, and you can see stones like that. Other kind of stones, one more kind of stones, bricks like that. So it's all ruins and walls and basement of other buildings that stay here before 17th century. And we'll go there.
Ui.
Já vi se não bate com a mochila outra vez?
It's like an excessive one
Yes.
exercises. And
Narnia.
yeah, so they have really good sense of
We're
humor.
going to Narnia. It's the wardrobe.
Yeah, but unfortunately it's closed.
Oh, no access to Narnia.
No, over there it will be like that, ruins of a church school of 15th century. Probably one day you will come back to Lviv and you will see it's more clean and other variants of it. But here I want to show you different bricks. All that bricks where we stay with stamps. It's bricks of 19th, beginning of 20th century. Normally every manufacturer put their stamp like stamp of quality, name of the place or manufacturer or brand. But here it's fingers. So every master who made that bricks, it's a hand work, put their his fingers
Oh, okay. Yeah.
to make it better.
Mm-hmm.
And here, historical fact, rock put their stamp here.
Their fists.
It's
Yeah.
a dog or a wolf?
Yeah, dog.
Dog?
Oh, it's a dog.
Yes, it's
It's
a
like a paw.
Yeah.
Oh. He wants to leave his mark. Que giro.
É muito giro, sim.
Pois é. Vai. Passa.
Deixa-me só. No início. Deixa eu lá ver agora aqui assim, só filmar isto.
Acho que aqui já podemos para ver agora.
Acho que sim.
Eu da farmácia.
Por acaso quer falar um cigarrito, quer?
Há muita coisa que eu não percebo o que ela diz. Percebes?
Percebo, maioritariamente percebo tudo.
Parece um símbolo soviético, não é?
E muito provavelmente era.
É, estás a ouvir?
Não é rádio, não é?
As I told you, it's one of the oldest pharmacies in Lviv. It's still working, and it's real pharmacy, but it's pharmacy museum. So I need to explain you why we call our region Galicia. One of the version, of course, we had a lot, but one of. So it's from the old Greek term galit, means salt. We are salt region.
Salt?
Salt.
Oh, salt.
Close to Lviv, we have a lot of salt mines, but it's not stone salt. It's we steam salt from underground river. We are close to Carpathian Mountains, the youngest mountains in Europe, and close to mountain we have a lot of salt mines. And in 19th century, close to the salt mines and mountains, we found the oil. And that time it was third biggest oil sources in the world, after Pennsylvania, United States, after Azerbaijan, that time Russian Empire, and Galicia, Austrian-Hungarian Empire. What to do with the soil, humanity did not know at all, because there are no engines, no cars. One big pharmacy owner, Mikolash, bring tank of oil to his pharmacist, Janzek Ignacy Lukashevich, and said, please analyze oil and try to find alcohol in it. Of course, who need oil if humanity needs alcohol? But as you understood, no alcohol in oil. They understood that it could burn liquid, kerosene or gasoline, and they invent gasoline lamp, kerosene lamp.
Oh.
1853, they patented invention, and it's invention of two Lviv pharmacists.
Oh, wow.
It was not in this pharmacy, but in another one. But still, you can see that it's first prototype, how it was looks. And of course, when Austrians came here, they wanted to count our incomes, and they said that everyone should have this cash desk. Their company National from the United States, Ohio, won competition, and in Lviv they bring their cash desk and they started to count our incomes. Yeah. And let's go to the Narnia.
Entering Narnia. Thank you. Oh, wow.
Nice.
Olha, narcótica.
So this pharmacy we call pharmacy under Black Eagle. Over there you see this phrase of pharmacy under Angel. One also a Palace of Cornard. Why we had names of places like that? It's really hard to believe, but before 19th century we actually did not have numbers of houses. And to recognize where you should go, people use different, symbols of on facades, names of owners. So that's why this pharmacy was under Black Eagle, because Black Eagle was on the facade. To understand where they should go. It's for mineral water. We have a lot of mineral water because we're close to Carpathian Mountains. Great. Different fields and medicine from different countries. Oh, so
Yeah, Alka-Seltzer.
So Soviet Union, Romanian, Italian, British, American, American, Polish, Switzerland, Swiss, and so on, so on, so on. It's old. And even here, Bayer, this famous German
Oh, Bayer, yes.
producer. Yeah, so it's even for that moment really famous. And it's classical European classification. If you see black letters, Latin letters on the white, it means it's just pills. If you see opposite, white on black, it means it's drugs. If you see something red, it's good burn liquid. You should be careful with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that one, narcotica.
And
Aspirin.
yeah, it's pills making machine. They cut it like a bread, then cut rounds from different sides, and here it's flat from one side. Of course, no one do it like that.
Like that anymore,
no
yeah.
one, but still, before it was like laboratory, or there it was shop where waiters, patients were waiting for their
Medicine to
medicines
be
here to make.
To be done.
It was made here, so everything
this
was
is-
written here in that books, and opium, cocaine. So
Oh, wow.
Cocaine.
You should be really careful with it. White on black and with red.
Yes. Yeah, cocaine.
Morfina.
Hidrocil, yeah,
Really?
morfina. Cocaine pura. Bem,
Ai.
cocaína pura. Olha, arsênico. Olha ali. Antídoto arsenici. Arsênico, uau, isto era um
Isso é verdade.
veneno. Muito bom.
Tem tanta coisa para absorver.
Pois é. Oh, uau, 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 uau. Eu tenho que tirar as fotos todas à saída, porque eu só estou a filmar. Sorry for keep you waiting.
So this room tells history of pharmacy business in Ukrainian land during century. Of course, I don't want to tell you everything. I want to show you that diploma. It's Michael Terletsky, last owner of that pharmacy. I already told you, no gas in Soviet Union, no sex in Soviet Union, and no private property in Soviet Union. So when Soviets came here, Michael Terletsky would not be an owner of that pharmacy anymore. It became state property, and in 1985 it was opened as a museum. But because assistant of Michael Terletsky is still working here in Soviet time, and she organized everything here, and it was as a museum. So, but that diploma is really important for all Ukrainians. He was from small town, and on his family land, oil was founded. They give a rent that piece of land, and he got money for his education. So his education based on oil sources, and that's why it's a success story for some guy from countryside who became an owner of pharmacy on the Lviv square, main square of Lviv. And other thing that I want to show you, it's pharmacy kit. That one pharmacy kit from the late 19th century, and here's pharmacy kit from astronauts, Soviet astronauts use it.
Oh, wow.
Spacemen, yeah.
Isto tem coisas muito, muito giras. Também tenho que tirar umas fotos.
The ornamental stuff.
Tá hello.
Hello. Como se pode?
É aqui para dentro?
So that room, museum workers pretend to think that it's laboratory of alchemists, and it was here. So alchemists, they were looking for philosophical stone, they wanted to make formula of a gold, but they didn't find it. But they found a lot of cryptogrammas, and they became like a fathers of chemistry, science. And they were, of course, to be alchemists, it was really hard work because it was rich people. They have alchemist workers in their houses, residence, and that picture shows how alchemists were working in their dark laboratory medieval time. But one of the legends says that alchemy.
Up we go. Huh?
You know, of course, ever since today I was telling you it belongs to city culture. Village culture is different, like everywhere. And here we have a monument to that wise lady with a big belly, with a snake. So everyone who wants to have a baby touch her belly here. Yeah.
I'm not going to do it.
So, you know, Joanna's first one.
We already have one, so.
One, so it's enough. Once I had a couple, so my age, and I told it, they were from New Zealand Dutch, and he
Do it. Do it.
It worked in advance. You could do it for a future. No. Do you have children? Yes, 3. Oh, so nice. And how eldest one? How old eldest one? She said 3 years old.
Oh.
I understand why.
Okay, yeah.
So children.
3 children in 3 years?
So small.
Yeah, and she said, so first of all, I will sleep and then I will come back here. So that one. Yeah, so the wise lady with a huge life experience who helped in villages to with illnesses like psychologies. We call it like a witch, but good witch.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
in every village we had
It's like white
that.
magic.
Yeah, white magic, and that lady were really helpful. They helped to give a birth a baby and so on.
Mhm.
So that's why that monument of that wise lady is here. And that to remember that windows
Yes.
was fantastic in the 18th
Mhm.
century. So that house was renovated 1757 first time. It was renovation, not their year when they built it. And next renovation was 1985. So why it's so important? People like we are everywhere, and it was like a 100 years ago to 200 years ago. People want to renovate their apartment.
Mhm.
They want to refresh, new fashion, so on. Of course, fashion was not so fast like now, but still. That house, it's unique because every facade that you could see on our Renox Square, it was changed.
Mhm.
Because people wanted to make it new. That one never changed, it was just renovated. It's old-fashioned, Renaissance. So here you could understand how Lviv houses were looking in 18th century, and from that point of view it's better to see. Over there, typical Renaissance